to Mornings on Main Street. It is Tuesday after a holiday, so of course we're just, trying to get woke up. That's how it goes these days, man. Glad to have you with us and glad to be here with you on this interesting looking Tuesday. Looks really nice downtown Nashville. Not so great here in southern Middle Tennessee. I wonder what it's doing out east of town. Luckily, we have someone east of town to tell us what it looks like outside, and that is Justin Cooley. Justin, what is going on, my man?
How's it going, Chris? How was the weekend?
It was a holiday weekend. I did absolutely nothing.
And
watch college football all weekend.
That's so cool. God, what a great weekend.
It really, dude, there was nothing better than just sitting on the couch. I mean, my kid was running around and I'm trying to chase her, but there's nothing better than just sitting on the couch and doing nothing. I mean, I don't get to do that a whole lot of weekends because of the wedding DJ thing. So when I do get to do it, I mean, 3 days of just football. Yes, please.
Oh, man. Red Zone. I cannot wait for it. Even though, and this is going to sound like the laziest statement ever uttered, but it takes a lot out of you to watch that much football in one day.
It can be exhausting because, you're enjoying it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's enjoyable, but you're doing 7 hours.
You feel like you were playing.
Yeah. Of just watching different games. And, obviously I've got a couple TVs set up and watch everything I can. And it was crazy, but a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. And it looks like everyone else is kind of running behind downtown as well.
Slow start.
A whole lot going on.
I know it. Yeah. Well, maybe they're on the lookout for today's weather, which is brought to you by Roy's Meat Service. Whether it be a bologna sandwich, ribs, mac and cheese, or an RC Cola, you'll be in heaven. Everyone on the staff is so nice and attentive. It's highly recommended by me and Chris and everybody here at Main Street Media to go try their Ez Fernando's quesadillas. They're the bomb. And even if you wanted to take some of those quesadillas and fry them up at your own house or at a friend's house or a grill out, they have raw meat to go. So check out Roy Meat Service, your local Nashville meat people, and is also sponsoring our weather. So let me get to the weather. The weather for today is a high 82. So that's a little bit of a lower high than we're used to as of recently. The low is 69, and it's looking like it's scattered showers throughout the day. This morning doesn't seem like we're going to get too much here in the Nashville area, but around afternoon it spikes up to about 35%. So I would bring an umbrella, and then throughout the rest of the day it'll be about partly cloudy. So.
Well, scattered showers, that's about yesterday. There was a point where Charlie was taking a nap. Sarah and I were out in the sunroom just watching watching TV.
Great show.
And she kind of dozed off and then woke up. And when she woke up, it was absolutely just a torrential downpour. We got up and went to the kitchen. And by the time we got to the kitchen, it was sunny.
I know. Is it just I'm sure other places have to deal with this. Like, I'm sure Alabama, but I've never seen a place be completely sunny outside and it be downpouring, not just sprinkling, but absolutely downpouring other than Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I mean, it happens a lot of different places, and it happens to us here a lot. You're right. I mean, it's unique.
Is that the humidity thing?
Probably. I mean, I mean, obviously, I'm no meteorologist, but my guess is that the unstable air and unstable, different kinds of humidity and that sort of thing. Just the instability. That's what I was trying to look for.
Gotcha.
The instability of the air, and with all that's going on with the sun and the clouds, and
they're all like, "Hey, we need to get on the same page here."
Yeah, I'm no meteorologist, but
Right.
I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. So,
Hey, nice. So I mean that somewhat makes me qualified.
that's what they say. That's what they say. No, but yeah, a great weekend. Did you do any grilling over the weekend?
I did. Yes. Yes. We grilled some hot dogs and hamburgers just for the gung ho-ness about college football and just football back in general. Like I've said before, I'm more of an NFL guy, but I mean, you just can't get away from the excitement of college football. Like, just the buzz.
That's exactly what I told someone last night. I said, obviously the NFL is better football, but to me, college football is more entertaining.
I mean, it is. I mean, they're putting their
mainly because, well, it's not just that, but mainly because of the, you never know what's going to happen because they're still college kids. I mean, they're so young, and like take the Florida State LSU game for example. The kid, muffing the punt, and then 2 plays later, they call a toss sweep and the kid fumbles and LSU gets the football. That doesn't happen in the NFL. Those two things don't happen in the NFL. So you're not going to have the level of, here's the word again, instability in the NFL that you do in college. And I think that's what makes it so unique and so much fun. I mean,
and kind of relatable too,
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're, as a fan, you're like, you could be angry,
right?
But unfortunately, it just doesn't really. It doesn't matter what you want to do because they're still college kids.
Exactly.
So you have to remember that on the outside that they're still 18 to 22-year-olds, and you can't let 18 to 22-year-olds define, or 32-year-olds if you're punter. I think that punter from Oklahoma State is like my age.
Wait, you're like, so, how?
I swear he's 30 something. I swear. So
on his 12th year of eligibility.
There's that. So
and definitely the momentum shifts is what my favorite thing is.
The momentum shifts are crazy.
They're tidal waves.
And because it's such a big crowd that can happen. So
anyway. Yeah. Sorry.
All good. Well, we have a great show lined up. I'm hopeful to get Rachel Peck of 431 Ministries to come on here in just a few minutes. We're going to send her an email in just a minute, and we're going to get to our top 3 stories. So all of that and more, stick around on Main Street Media's Mornings on Main Street. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We'll be right back after this.
The high school football season is here, and nobody handles Friday nights better than Main Street Media. Here's Zach Womble with details.
That's the name of the game here at Main Street Media and Main Street Preps. Is we've been doing this for a long time now, and I think you hit on it. We've got an army of reporters across all of Middle Tennessee. I think there's about 130 schools in the Middle Tennessee area, and we try to cover all of them. We cover about 11, 12 counties at this point. And those Friday night shows, it's we're gonna show that off. We're gonna showcase the talent that we have on the field with reporters across several mid-state games on the weekly basis. So whether you're in Williamson County, whether you're in Giles County or Murray County or Montgomery or Robertson or anywhere in between, we're gonna have you covered from 6 to 11.
Friday Night Live is presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, where fans don't let fans drive drunk.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, and personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. If you've lost a spouse or a parent and want to make sure your inheritance is utilized and does not just disappear, I can help with that. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email Eric at rockcastlewealth.com.
Hi, this is Melissa Hoisington, Regional Crisis Director from Volunteer Behavioral Health. Disasters can affect everything in your life, including your emotional health. Help is available during these uncertain times. The Tennessee Recovery Project is a free, supportive resource for adults and children who have experienced the effects of natural or human-caused disasters. Specialists are available for counseling by phone or in person. For free, confidential service, please call 833-954-2424. The hotline is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Move forward with the help from the Tennessee Recovery Project.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
At Sumner Funeral and Cremation, our mission is to serve families as our own, celebrate the life of their loved one, and help begin the healing process.
My whole family, including my wife and my mom and siblings, were very happy with the treatment that we received. I would highly recommend Sumner Funeral and Cremation.
We offer funeral, burial, cremations, and pre-planning services.
Sumner Funeral and Cremation. Traditional, affordable, dignified. SumnerFuneral.com.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly,
This attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor-trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor-trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor-trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Oh, yes. Another live look at downtown Nashville, Broadway, and Fifth Avenue.
That is what they call the beat drop.
That's right. And I just love to listen to it. It's fantastic. Yeah, and there's Bridgestone Arena in the background. So glad you could join us here on this Tuesday, September 6th edition of Mornings on Main Street. I'm Chris Yao, joined as always by Justin Kulik. Man, what a weekend it was. Hope you guys had a fantastic Labor Day. And, man, that car was flying.
Which one?
There's a couple of cars that probably ought to be having ought to be getting a ticket.
They're probably just very surprised at how clear the roads are.
There's that. I don't know. Obviously, you're awfully young, Justin. But if any of you out there who used to watch Andy Griffith, that's my favorite Andy Griffith episode.
Oh yeah,
Citizens Arrest, Citizens Arrest.
I did watch Andy Griffith, but I did not remember that scene. Great show though. Citizens
Arrest is my favorite episode. It's and you know, Gomer's my favorite accent. So
I love that. One of my favorite accents is Hank off King of the Hill.
Yeah, that's a good one. I kind of, when I try to do the accent for Gomer, sometimes it turns into Kermit the Frog.
I'm going to need to hear that now.
Kermit the Frog here. Hello. How are you?
Chris, I don't know about that other guy you're trying to do, but you have a future in doing Kermit the Frog.
This is Mornings on Main Street, and I'm Kermit the Frog. Now for today's top 3 stories.
Hey, Burke.
That was good. That was a decent Ernie right there.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay, I'm here for it. So yeah,
what we really do in our spare time here.
that's my Kermit the Frog. I do some other things. I do some Elmo. I can anybody can do Cookie Monster because it's just C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Yeah, you're killing it. You're killing it. Okay, I think I can do, which I've been only told once before in my whole life that I do this well. So I'm going to try the Mickey Mouse. Oh boy. Ready?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, wow. That was good.
Was it good?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
Sweet. One time I did it in front of my buddy, and he was like, "I never knew you could do that." And I was like,
if you can do that, you can also do Winnie the Pooh. So you should try that sometime. Yeah.
"What? Doesn't he make some sort of or something?" No, that's Pillsbury Doughboy.
Oh boy. Oh bother. That's you should do.
Jacob.
Yeah. Oh bother, Christopher Robin.
Oh bother. That is a classic. That's a classic.
Yes. Anyway, let's take a look at our top 3 stories today. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. First off, as students prepare to take the first of 3 benchmark assessments, nearly 73% of third graders at Metro Nashville Public Schools could face repeating a grade if they don't score higher in reading. That's because of a state law passed in January 2021 that will go into effect this school year that requires students to repeat third grade if they score below met or exceeded expectations on statewide tests. Third graders who don't meet or exceed reading requirements can avoid repeating the grade by attending a summer reading camp or immersive tutoring program. English language learners and those who have already been held back a grade are not impacted. Third grade is when students transition from learning to read to reading to learn, a critical step in their education. Just 27.4% of Metro Nashville third graders met that benchmark on tests last spring. Metro's third graders are among the lowest achieving readers in Middle Tennessee. Justin, if you want to take a look at the next slide there, you'll see this here is the number and percentage of students in Middle Tennessee that met or exceeded. Obviously, Metro Nashville among the lower, with Robertson County schools and Murray County schools coming in awfully low as well, under 33%. So that is huge news, obviously, because school districts surrounding counties, more than 43% of third graders on average met or exceeded expectations. 35% met the threshold, which means 2/3 of third graders statewide could be required to repeat the grade, and that would be catastrophic. Third graders who will be impacted in the final months of kindergarten when schools shut down in March 2020. Retention right now is uncommon in Metro Nashville schools. Of the 64,680 students in the district during the 2020-2021 school year, only 68 elementary schools students were retained. State lawmakers passed the retention law during a special session focused on education called by Governor Bill Lee, with an aim at boosting literacy rates that dipped dramatically after schools closed to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
The 68 kids retained mean they just they're held back?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and this has been a massive issue across the country, and we're seeing a lot of issues here in Middle Tennessee. But for these students who do not meet that threshold, I mean, you're talking about more than 50% of students in all but 2 Middle Tennessee districts, which is Franklin Special School District and Williamson.
That's insane. That's crazy. That's an insane amount of kids.
I don't think that's even possible. Like, I mean,
right?
You couldn't find enough teachers to teach.
And even on the other side of that,
they can't find teachers to teach now.
Right, exactly. And the ones that did make it, they're probably going to have to use those teachers to help with the other class.
Right. So now you've got fourth graders who can't get everything that they need to get done because their teachers are having to help with the third graders or something like that. And that just doesn't work. That is unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate.
Moving on, Nashville's B Cycle is temporarily closing 9 stations in Metro Parks and relocating them elsewhere, the e-bike rental company announced last Thursday. Elise Daniel, general manager of Nashville's B Cycle, said that Metro Parks had requested that e-bikes be removed from the stations on park properties. Because the bikes and stations work together, B Cycle decided it was best to just move the stations as well. Otherwise, the stations would be just sitting empty. Parks Department officials were not available for a statement, according to Ashley Parham, who wrote this story. And the following stations are now closed. If you are looking for them, you will not find them anymore at Shelby Bottoms Nature Center, Percy Priest Dam Trailhead, Parthenon, Centennial Park, Two Rivers Skate Park, Fifth Avenue South in Demonbreun, Ted Rhodes Golf Course, McCabe Community Center, Morgan Park. New stations have been confirmed for several of the stations, and B-Cycle is working with the Nashville Department of Transportation to find sites for the other stations. They will remain in the same general areas. They intend to return the stations to service in the next 4 to 6 weeks. Because of the closure, over 40 e-bikes will have to be removed from service to keep the space open at docks. The bikes will return to service later this fall again. In the meantime, there will be over 200 bikes still in service at 25 additional stations, and they can be found on the B-Cycle app. So it's bicycle with no I.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're saying the ones that like usually you walk through the street and you see them kind of hooked up to something, you pay and then you take the bike off.
Yep, swipe your card, take it with you.
Gotcha.
Dude, they put like a $300 hold on your card for that.
Dude, I mean, the scooters aren't really that nice about doing that too. It's like, hey, just sign your soul and you can ride down the street.
Yeah, I mean, no thanks, I'll just walk.
Yeah, exactly. Give me that scooter. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, and then finally, for those of you up in Sumner County, you know about the ongoing problem. It's created headaches for motorists for years, but the wheels are turning for a fix to the daily traffic backup coming off of State Route 386 onto Long Hollow Pike in Gallatin. According to TDOT, the estimated $111.8 million project is planned to extend State Route 386 at Long Hollow Pike with an overpass leading directly to 109. That should lessen the bottleneck that occurs every day during rush hour.
Hallelujah.
Right? The nearly $112 million project is a high-level planning estimate based off of conceptual plans, Rebecca Hammonds, who is the Region 3 Community Relations Officer with the TDOT, said. Hammond said the project will remove the current traffic light where Long Hollow Pike meets with 386 and replaces it with a grade-separated interchange. Belvedere Drive will be reconstructed to tie in the new grade-separated interchange and the eastern side of 386.
Oh, that's big. That is big. One time go ahead.
No,
I was just gonna say I remember one time I saw on Twitter, and again, full disclosure, they can't put anything on there that's not true. But the actual way traffic happens, have you ever seen that video?
Yes.
So like everybody could be going the same exact speed. It takes one person to slow down at the top of the group. And then, that person slows down behind them. The person behind them slows down a little bit. And then it just domino effects until no one's going. And doesn't that just make you angry?
What the problem is just that is not the slowing down, but you can't get back to speed fast enough.
Right. Exactly. And then you start to wonder why everybody's lollygagging when they're probably not. They're probably just as upset.
Yeah, no, it's not their fault. It's not anyone's fault. I mean, you don't know what happened at the front that caused it. I mean,
that's true.
Maybe a armadillo ran out. I don't know.
And he stopped. He has a picket sign, and he's like, "No one shall cross."
I mean, you just don't know. Like, you just and I get frustrated. I'm like, I got to where everything kind of gets back to speed, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, well,
yeah, okay, so I'm not a cynical guy or anything, but when that happens, right? Like you're in about a 15-minute jam, and it's stop, start, and then 15 minutes later, everybody's just driving again. That upsets me. That upsets me.
It's frustrating. It is, and I understand that there are issues. So I'm not going to get, I'm not. Obviously, you don't know where it started or why. So
exactly, yeah.
But this is huge.
It's probably a testament to our TDOT workers for having cleaned it up before I even got there. So
probably, yeah. give them the credit. Those highway trucks, the highway safety trucks.
Yes, exactly. The one with the flashers on them.
Yes.
Yeah, it went from me not liking the traffic to I'm going to send him a thank you note.
See, we've worked through our issues here. That's what we do on Mornings on Main Street. We work through everyone's issues.
We talk it out. Hey, join us in, and we'll all talk about it.
Solving all the problems of the world.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we do. Now, here's the problem. Obviously, funding, right?
Right.
So the project is part of the State Highway Partnership Program through TDOT, which requires a 20% matching funds from local entities. And on June 13th, as part of passing their fiscal budget for next year, Sumner County's commission voted to appropriate a one-time $10 million match. That money was being pulled from some of the remaining proceeds from the sale of the old county hospital that was earmarked for economic development. The county has already signed a contract with TDOT, and on August 19th, incoming Mayor John Isbell presented the state with a check for $10 million. I hope it was one of those big checks like Happy Fillmore.
Yeah, or exactly. Or semi-pro when he makes the half-court shot and he's like, man, I can't find a bank that cashes this, man. You got to go to a big bank or a big check bank.
Big check bank, that's right. No, the Gallatin City Council voted on August 16th to appropriate $273,000 as a down payment on the portion they plan to contribute. Hendersonville was asked to contribute, and Mayor Jamie Clary said the city just can't do it because they have so many large, expensive construction projects that have been in line for several years. Synchronizing the traffic signals, straightening the intersections at Gallatin Road and Walton Ferry, Old Shackle Island, totally rebuilding the intersection of Drakes Creek Road and Stop 30 Road, building a tunnel at Exit 8, Veterans Boulevard, and building the fire hall north of Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. The city appropriated $2.5 million for that fire hall, but the lowest bid to build it was $5.2 million. So
that is insane.
It's not ideal. Not
yeah,
ideal.
It's not there's no bargain hunt for roads, I'm assuming.
No, there's not, in fact.
It's like, I just got this for $19.95. We could try
it. Now, another project is planned for improvements to State Route 386. The portion starting at I-65 and ending at Exit 8 will be widened to 6 lanes. The project is funded entirely by the state with no matching funds required, and the total cost for that project, $476.1 million.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you just said million, but I don't think you meant to. Is that? Did you say million?
$486 million.
Wow. Okay. That road's going to sing to us as we drive it.
And I guess, I don't know. Yeah, that's incredible. That's a lot of money.
I mean, I just wonder how they come up with it, which I'm sure there's a reason. And I know that people got to get paid and all that good stuff, but just like, I'd like to think that they're in a meeting and someone's just like 400 something million. And everybody's like, yeah, we can do that.
Can we do it for less than 500 million? Yes. 476.
Perfect.
That's an awfully low number there, buddy. But okay. Yeah, but hey, those of you up in Sumner County who have been struggling with that traffic in the next few years, things are going to get better.
Hey, it's been a long road.
Okay. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a break. I think, yes, it looks like Rachel Peck is with us, so she will join us on the other side of the break. So you guys stick around on Mornings on Main Street. Be right back after this.
Jody Jones Dentistry can handle all your dental needs, from the basics to cosmetic procedures. All of this in the nicest dental facility I have ever seen. Jody has done it right. They're located conveniently at 55 Music Square East, and for an appointment, it's simple. Dial 615-259-5100 and tell them Plaz sent you.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. One area I can help with is if you are newly or nearly retired, or maybe have changed jobs and have an old 401k account. You may need more information to help you clearly understand your options. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email eric@rockcastlewealth.com.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
This is attorney Bart Durham, and this is me. I'm Aaliyah. Keeping in good physical condition is really important to me. But when I had a wreck with a tractor trailer truck that hurt my legs so bad I couldn't work for almost a year, I knew I needed a lawyer that understood tractor trailer cases. So I called Bart. Bart gets millions of dollars for his clients every year.
At Bart Durham Injury Law, we've handled hundreds of tractor trailer cases.
My dad and I want to help. Give us a call at 615-242-9000.
Serving Williamson and surrounding counties, Bone and Joint Institute of Tennessee offers comprehensive orthopedic care with 16 subspecialized physicians. Our practice provides high-tech care with a hometown touch. We offer physician clinics, physical and occupational therapy, advanced imaging, and surgical services, including interventional procedures. Call us at 615-791-2630. We're Bone and Joint Institute of Tennessee. High-tech care with a hometown touch.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. Chris Down alongside Justin Kulik, and we are coming to you live this Tuesday morning, coming out of Labor Day weekend. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. I'm looking forward to the short week this week. You've got NFL football coming up on Thursday. We've still got high school football that's going to be taking place on Thursday nights, Friday night football, obviously Saturday, Sunday, Titans, and everything else, man. What a fantastic week it's going to be if you're into sports, if you're into community events. We've got a ton of community events coming up this weekend. This is a huge weekend for folks across Middle Tennessee. I'm looking so forward to it, man. It's going to be so much fun, and looking forward to a lot of different things, but mainly the short week. 4-day work week is always good.
I know, and it doesn't really hit me until it's like Thursday, and I'm like, wait, there's only one more day after this?
Right. It's always good. We've got a lot of great stuff coming up this week. I've got some guests coming up later this week who are going to give us some of the coolest stuff and really most important things going on in our communities. The Dope Sick event is coming to Wilson County and presented by Drug Free Wilco. We'll talk about that later this week as well. But a lot of great events. And one of those great events coming up is being held by 431 Ministries. And this morning we have Rachel Peck, who joins us from 431 Ministries to tell us all about what they've got going on in their upcoming gala. So, Rachel, thanks for joining me. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for having me. Hopefully you can hear me okay.
We can. It's hard for me to do these interviews where I know kind of what's going on. And so it's hard for me to not just assume everyone else already knows about 431 Ministries. So I'm going to kind of start from a basic aspect. Tell folks, what is 431 Ministries?
Sure. So we are a relatively new 501c3 that works primarily in Murray County, but also serves Marshall, Williamson, Giles. Like, we really try to serve the entirety of Middle Tennessee, which is quite a challenge given the number of people in Middle Tennessee. But basically, our mission is to tend to the needs of overlooked and underserved women of Middle Tennessee, which typically ends up being a lot of single moms. And for those of you who don't know the statistics, it's actually quite stunning when you boil it down. The statistics in Murray County alone, it's 31% of all households in Murray County are actually single parent households, and about 80% of those are led by single moms. So basically 2.4 out of every 10 homes in Murray County is a single parent, is single mom. So it's a huge number of women who are just kind of overlooked and kind of forgotten. And yet, every single one of us, what's really cool about 431 is the number of people that come to us and serve with us and want to take part in what we do. There's not a single person like, I'll go and speak at a church or an event or a chamber. There's very few people that have not been affected by a single parent in their life. And so it's near and dear to a lot of people's hearts. But we basically have 3 different programs that we serve these moms with. We have our side-by-side program, which is a one-on-one intensive application-based where we walk side by side from crisis to independence. And so that's someone, if they're going through something like homelessness, or they've recently lost a spouse to death or divorce, or just have the economy happened to them and suddenly they realize their job cannot support their family anymore, anything like that, we'll walk alongside them and get them back to independence. But then more exciting, my favorite part of what we do are actually what we call our Known Seen Love events. And these are open for anybody in the community, anyone in Middle Tennessee. We love doing these Known Seen Love events. And our biggest one is our Known Seen Love celebration that happens for Valentine's Day. And it has, we've got more than 170 ladies that attended last year with over 100 kids. And these are just like learning opportunities, community opportunities, allow women to get to know each other in really unique ways, and remind them that they're not alone, that there are other people that go through what they're doing, what they've gone through, and that there is hope to get to the other side. So those are some of my favorite things to be a part of. And then coming up shortly, we actually have our Hope and Healing Retreat, which is specifically for women who have recently lost a spouse to death or divorce. And this retreat, we said it's all expenses paid. It gives them a moment to just breathe and to get some practical application tips on how do you grieve while still trying to parent your children, whilst trying to put one step in front of another. There's just so much that goes on, and these moms are not given a chance to just breathe. And so that's what our Hope and Healing. So all 3 of those serve women coming out of crisis in different ways, and someone can take part in all 3 if they wanted to. But yeah, that's what we do.
So, one of the things that I love about 431 Ministries is that you guys are, you are a ministry, you are faith-based, but
Yes.
many of the people who come to you aren't necessarily coming to you from faith-based backgrounds. And, you guys do a lot in order to not just help people find themselves financially but also find themselves spiritually, but you aren't just absolutely pushing
No.
folks to be Christian, or you're just giving them the opportunity and showing them the love of Christ through this community.
Yeah, it's totally like a lot of the moms that come to us, they don't have faith, or they walked away from their faith. Or I mean, crisis happens, and that pushes us either to or from God. But we want to show them that they are known, seen, and loved, regardless of whether or not they ever have believed that themselves. And that's our hope, is that everyone who has walked away, we hope, like, we believe in a whole person approach. And so if we want to if we do have someone come to our family meal or come to our a Bible study or a life skills class, we want them to walk away from us believing that they are known, seen, and loved, regardless of what their personal beliefs are.
And that tagline, known, seen, loved, is huge for you guys. I mean, that is the exact thing you want these women to feel, is that they are known, they are seen, and they are loved each and every day by you and your staff and everyone else in 431 Ministries.
Yes, and our volunteers believe that too. like most of our volunteers have actually been through it themselves, which is really, really cool. They come back to us and they serve in different ways. Even if we've served them at 431, they come back and they pour out for someone else, which is just really awesome to see, because they have a unique hope that someone who has not gone through their situation might not be able to empathize with. But these volunteers, they're like, no, you can't tell me that, that you can't have hope, because I have hope because I've lived through it. And so being a mentor, being a budget ally with the side-by-side program, these are such crucial roles for the ladies that we serve. But even just the one-off volunteer events, like you had pulled up our September family meal. We have a family meal every third Thursday that happens at the Spring Hill United Methodist Church. And it's open for any single moms and her family to come and get a free dinner and to just get to know us and to be part of our family. And we love it when volunteers bring their whole family too. Like I bring my 3-year-old and my husband is serving there as well during that. But they're just, we want to show the Known Seen Love tagline is so important because the women that come to us often feel isolated, overlooked, overwhelmed, like their story's too big for someone else to care about. And we want to prove them wrong. We want to prove to them that there's someone that does know them, that does see them, and does love them.
And finally, for those who want to give back to their community, this is a Spring Hill area, Murray County, Williamson County area community, but you guys are reaching out across Middle Tennessee and finding so many folks who need your help. For those who would like to give back, you are hosting a gala Saturday, October 1st, the Masterpiece Moments Gala and Gallery. Tell us a little bit about that and how folks can get involved.
This is going to be such a fun event. I'm super excited. We came up with the idea because we have these masterpiece moments that we believe God has done over the last year in each of our clients and the building that we're working on. You had shown, that video clip across our header image of our website where we were working on the building. But this event specifically is a fundraising event to get us through the remainder of the year and hopefully a little bit into the next year so that we can continue serving these ladies above and beyond. It's one thing that's been crazy through COVID, like we had a lot of additional donations come in, but also a ton of need that we weren't expecting. We went from serving 25 women in 2020 to over 200 in 2021. And we've already served almost 220 this year, and it's only September. And so we have already passed what we did last year for the entirety of the year. And we have several more Fall Festival, Christmas party, Thanksgiving coming up, in addition to the like I said, our regular programming for the side-by-side program. But the Masterpiece Gala and Gallery is going to be at the Factory in Columbia on October 1st. And like I said, it is a fundraising event to get programming costs for the rest of the year and into next year. It's going to be a fabulous black tie date night. We're going to have mocktails and an hors d'oeuvre hour with a live gallery, both with living artwork from our volunteers who can tell stories of how they served. And also stories from clients and stories from what God has just done with the building and with everything else that has happened this year. So to get involved, you'll go to our website. You've got it up there, 431house.org /gala, or you can navigate to it in the drop down. If you look under, I think it's in the About Us section.
Giving
back. There you go. I should know my website better than this.
I just had to find it myself. So
yes. So if you go to the Giving Back tab and in the navigation, then you can get to the gala. But it's just going to be such a fun night of encouragement and celebration of what God has done, and then also allow us to continue serving.
Tickets as low as $150 gets you 2 tickets, hors d'oeuvres and dinner, or you can sponsor the event for up to $5,000 and be a diamond sponsor. So a price point for anyone and everyone who wants to give back to this fantastic ministry, 431 Ministries. Again, it's 431house.org, 431house.org. Go check them out. See what they've got going on. We're very much looking forward to all the things that are happening with 431 Ministries. And Rachel, again, thank you for your time. We appreciate you so much.
And I look forward to being able to talk more about what's going on behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
We'll be back for sure.
Can't wait. All right. That is Rachel Peck, 431 Ministries. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, final thoughts of the day. What is today's calendar day? I'll tell you right after this on Mornings on Main Street. Stick around.
For Dustin Timmons and Joey Donnelly, they welcome every opportunity to serve and satisfy their clients. Whether you are looking to build your dream home or renovate your current home, their team will ensure that every client and remodel is unique, luxurious, completed on time, and within budget. Contact them today to set an appointment for a free consultation or to view some of their completed projects by logging on to DonnellyTimmons.com.
Buddy Allen, it's a tradition. Come on into our store. Buddy Allen, it's a heritage for 40 years and more. What makes a house kind of special? Close friends walking in the door. Flowers blooming in the springtime and little children playing on a Buddy Allen floor.
This is Eric Berner with Rockcastle Wealth Advisors. I help people in the pursuit of making their money live as long as they do. People hire me because I use a customized, individualized, personal approach for the person I'm working with. Everyone's situation is different. One area I can help with is if you are newly or nearly retired, or maybe have changed jobs and have an old 401k account. You may need more information to help you clearly understand your options. Call me at 615-235-1058 or email Eric at rockcastlewealth.com.
Oh, hey, what's up? I was expecting Broadway. One more time.
Yeah, no, they're under maintenance right now.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I had a different screen pulled up, so I didn't have time to switch it.
It's all good. It's all good. Well, let's take a look at weather one more time before we get into it.
Yes, actually, you're right. If you want to stall a little bit there for me, Chris, I'll
because we got to get to Roy Meat Service. I hear you.
There you go. Yes.
Well, we have a lot going on, and here I'll tell you, today is National Read a Book Day.
Oh,
now, I read books every day because
really?
I have a toddler, so
gotcha.
I have to sit down and now it might be a toddler book. It might be a book about the little engine that could or something like that. But I read something every day. That's good, right?
You know, I actually met someone, or it might have been on a movie, I can't remember, that they based their total like gauge of people by basing them off of Thomas the Train engine characters.
The fact that George Carlin was in that show is mind-blowing.
What's that?
The fact that George Carlin was in that show is mind-blowing.
I didn't even know that. Yeah, I had no idea.
He was the voice of the conductor.
Oh wow, I feel stupid now. But if you were gonna, we're gonna choose a train for yourself, which one do you think you would be?
Percy.
Yeah, Percy's not bad. Percy's not bad. As long as you don't get called a diesel.
Yeah, no, we're good. Please don't.
Nobody wants to be a diesel.
I feel like I'd be a Percy. I don't know.
Right.
Tell us about the weather, man.
Yeah, so weather today is brought to you by Roy Meat Service. Get your local meat from Nashville, right in the heart, in East Nashville. And Roy's fantastic, whether it be a bologna sandwich, mac and cheese, ribs, anything you think of. Excuse me. I'm just getting excited thinking about this Roy Meat Service, but got to get down there and try their Ez Fernando's quesadillas. And I'll tell you what, folks, even if you're running low on time and you can't,
like we are right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't stay there. and eat it. Just bring it home with you. And they got raw meat to go. Your weather for today is a high of 82, low of 69. Going to be a pretty cool night. Scattered showers throughout the day. I'm even looking at a graphic right now that says it's a sunny graphic, but with 34% chance of rain. So welcome to Tennessee.
There you go. And welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. We'll see you tomorrow on Mornings on Main Street. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you, guys. Make sure to download the app on your iOS or Google phone. Make sure to Google Play Store. Make sure to download us on Roku, Apple, and Fire Stick as well. And break out your Yetis because you can keep things hot or cold today on Coffee Ice Cream Day.
Oh, what a placement that was. That was fantastic. Smooth.
Coffee Ice Cream Day.
Oh, that's awesome. Isn't that toffee? No, that's cake.
Coffee. Listen, in your Yeti, you can keep things either hot or cold. So I always just keep coffee and ice cream.
You know what? I've never thought about keeping something hot. That makes sense.
There you go.
That felt dumb coming out of my mouth. I just want to let y'all know that.
Come back with us
do these things.
We appreciate it so much. This is Mornings on Main Street. I'm Chris Yosling. Have a great day.
See y'all.